All right, so if you go to my Google Classroom and you go under classwork, you pull up social studies, which is going to be pulled a little bit below. It has a lot of stuff linked in here. It also has the Google Slides that will tell you what we're doing today. And today we're going to talk about the project that is coming up. We're going to go through some Nearpod slides to give you some ideas, but you are not pigeonholed into these ideas. And then we're going to go over how to use the Google Docs and what I mean by research, because my kids in the last class lost their collective minds when I asked them to look stuff up online, and they were all losing it. So I'm going to make another video just in case people at home are freaking out, because there's really no reason to. This is a very simple project to do. All right, since my first class had such a huge issue with this whole research and what I need to do thing, I'm going to kind of go over what it would look like for you to start researching something, all right? So for instance, let's just say I wanted to study the totem poles, because once I said that, a lot of people were like, ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I have a link down here, but I want to show you something up here. If I look up, because there are some links in here, but I can't put every link in here. So if I look up totem poles, Wikipedia, Totem Poles, Indigenous Foundation pops up. This Britannica's probably good. I'm going to show you something that changes the entire landscape of what I just searched. Totem poles for kids. And all of a sudden I have, wow, a 1.5-minute video of 3 cool facts about totem poles on CBC Kids. Totem poles, Native Americans on PBS, right? Is it okay to watch videos while you're doing this? Well, yes. So I'm actually going to open this one over here in a new tab on purpose. But then I scroll down. That's probably pretty good too. And I say, boom, Native Americans on DK Find Out, Totem Poles for Kids. I open this up. I read, right? Which is not hard to do. You can do that. So if I'm looking inside of, if I can find it, pull that back up because I think I may have clicked off of that. Pull this back up real quick. Classwork. And I open up the assignment here, and I'm like, Native American slides. Okay, so I've chosen totem poles. Again, you can design your slides however you want. So I'm going to put a background. I'm going to choose an image, and watch this. You can choose from photos, but I like this one. So totem poles. I search it up, and I'm like, that one looks amazing, and I hit insert and done, and boom, in the background here in just a second is the totem pole that I just picked, and it all of a sudden makes my slide a little bit neater, right? It's just like making your slide a little fancier. So then I add a new slide. It's time for me to start researching about totem poles. Am I allowed to highlight this and copy and paste? We've talked about that, right? So I'm researching totem poles. Totem poles were built by about 30 Native American tribes living along the Pacific coast. Okay, so now I know a little bit of history, so I can go back in here. Built along the Pacific coast, and if you mess up, it'll help you fix it. So you go back. Now and you just continue to read, and you're researching. They could be more than 40 feet high. Are we building a 40-foot high totem pole? No, we're building a model. So you could use, like I said, 3 cans. So you're just putting facts. It's not, don't stress this. You're just putting this into your own words. Now, after I've added some facts in there about totem poles, I go to another slide. Now remember this YouTube video that I pulled up? I watch it, I listen to it, I find out if it's a good video. If it is a good video, I click share. I copy that. And then on this slide, I insert the video. And the crazy thing is, you guys have seen me do this when I'm inserting videos for people in here that are watching the video that I'm making now. Now look, you can make that cover the whole screen if you wanted to, like that. You could make the video about this big, and then take this text box, and you could, over here in this, you could give me a brief summary of what the video is about. Both of those things are fine. I don't need you to stress so much about this. This is just giving me the history, the facts, why it was used, what it was used for, where it was used the most. And then you're done with the research slides, which should be today, truthfully, in 45 minutes. You should be done. And then next week, we actually build the artifact in an hour and a half, and then we're done with this portion of social studies. So all the people that are having like these panic attacks at home, chill out. It's really not that in-depth. This is a very surface level research, air quoted research project, okay? You're doing some research, but we're not getting super in-depth. This is not a college thesis. I don't need citations at the end of this. Just a few slides. How many slides am I supposed to have, Mr. Bullens? I'm not telling you how many slides. If I say 4 slides, you know how many slides I'm going to get from everybody? 4. No more, no less. 4 from everybody. Some people might be able to do it in 4 slides. Anna might need 6. Izzy might be able to do it in 3, depending on how she writes and how much she writes on each slide. There is no set number. But you can't turn in nothing. All right? So, looking things up online, easy, right? Thumbs up. Is that easy? What are the 2 words you can add to your search that changes everything? 4 kids. Native American axes. 4 kids. Native American canoes. 4 kids. And if you need to look up how to build a Native American canoe, that's probably, you don't need to put 4 kids on there. They'll be fine. Good? Everybody feel good about that? Let me pause. So we know how to research. We know what we're researching. Are you limited to just those few things on Nearpod? No, you are not. If you want to ask me a question, can I research this? You're welcome to ask. The answer is probably going to be yes. If it's anything related to Native Americans, their history, their artifacts, and the things that they use. Sound good? I'm going to stop this video.